Batman v Superman. Let's go! I'm gonna start off this tutorial with Batman because personally I'm Team Batman all the way, forever. He's the best. Since today's tutorial is really two tutorials in one, to keep it short and sweet, we are just gonna zoom right on through my normal base makeup and start with eyebrows. In this epic battle against Superman, Batman's mask gets cracked on one side, so I want to make sure our glam Batman has full makeup underneath the mask, and this includes eyebrows. Use a dark gray or black eyeshadow to fill them in. Now for eyeshadow. I start by patting on a shimmery silver eyeshadow right on the center of my lid, and I also take this time to drop a white highlight in along my brow bone too. And then I start filling in the outer V of my eye. Again, I'm just going to pat this in place for now. If you start by sweeping it, that pigment is just going to go everywhere. So I like to start by patting it generally where I want it, and then I blend it after. Then I will add black to the inner corner of my eye too, and I just use the shadow that's remaining on the brush to bring that dark color through the crease. Then I am using a transition color on a fluffy brush to blend the black and silver colors together. In this case, my transition color is a dark shimmery gray. Using a light sweeping motion, I go over the areas I want to blend. I also usually go back in periodically and add more color to the highlight and the shadow to make these bold colors pop a little more. After all of that, you may need to touch up your eyebrows if some lighter eyeshadow has collected there. Now, to make the eyeshadow super neat and clean, I am using a makeup remover wipe to make a clean straight line from the outer corner of my eye up to the end of my eyebrow. Using concealer, you can really go in and perfect that line and replace some of the base makeup that you wiped off with the wipe. Then using a black liquid liner, I draw a thick line across my lid and add a wing to this dramatic eye look. You can use the line from your cleaned up eyeshadow as a guide for where to draw the wing, so that definitely makes placement much easier if you have trouble with that. Now, my favorite part of Batman's glam look is this gold glitter eyeliner. I am using this glitter liner above the black liner to tie the whole look together. To me, it is super reminiscent of the yellow and black bat symbol that classic B-Man wore on his chest. I love it! Apply this glitter liner in short little strokes to get the cleanest line, but if you accidentally get some in the black eyeliner, it is no big deal. You can always touch it up by going over the spots with black eyeliner again. Next up, I am going to sweep some black eyeshadow on the outer third of my lower lash line, and then fill in my waterline with black eyeliner. Now I'm going to put mascara on my top and bottom lashes. I have no idea what was going on here and why it seems like I have never put mascara on in my whole entire life, but you know, one of those days. We can get through it, guys. Hang in there. Then apply some really big, really thick, really dramatic falsies for this look. Remember, we're going super glam here, so dramatic is good. Finally, we are going to top off glam Batman with some black lips because, you know, he's a man of the night. Black lip liner, black lipstick, God versus man, day versus night, son of Krypton versus bat of Gotham. You know it. I know you've heard it by now. I love it so much. I love it all. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so if you're just doing a fancy Batman-themed look that you want to wear out to support your favorite hero, you can just toss on a long black wig and stop here. Good for going to see Batman v Superman, good for going to a superhero-themed party, good for lots of things. But of course, I'm not stopping here because without his mask, Batman is just Bruce Wayne. So using a black body paint, I outline Batman's mask on my face. As I've mentioned before in Batman v Superman, our Bat hero gets his face rocked and his mask cracks on one side. For the shape of the crack, just find as many reference photos as you can of Batman during this fight, and check those photos often while outlining everything. Once I'm done with outlining, I go in with a pretty big brush and just start filling in the areas that will be black. For this part, I'm really just aiming to map out what will be filled in and what won't be, so don't worry about getting the color completely solid at first. Once you've got it all sorted, you can go back in and fill in that black until it's a nice solid color. I also cover my ears and take that black body paint into my hairline, so that if my black wig moves at all while I'm wearing my costume, I don't have a random white ear sticking out of nowhere. It's optional, but you know, it's a good practice. Okay, using a makeup remover wipe, clean up whatever lines you need to. And now that we have a good solid base down, I'm going to give it some dimension by using highly reflective pigments. Starting with a jumbo eye pencil from NYX, I trace out a few of the shapes on Batman's mask. Using highlights and shadows, you can fake a shape that's not really there, or give depth to a flat surface, which is what we are going to be doing here. Following my reference photos, I'm adding highlights down the center of my mask along the forehead, nose, and chin. around the crack, and along areas where different pieces of Batman's mask come together. After that highlighting outline is done, I'm going to use some shimmery eyeshadows to bring this mask to life. I'm using the same shadows that I used for my eyes, a very shiny silver, a shimmery dark gray, and a shimmery black, to build the highlights and shadows of the mask. Make sure that these colors are either all shimmery or all matte, so that your mask is consistent. You don't want a mostly shimmery mask with a random matte highlight, you know? So now that the mask finish is complete, I'm going to go in with a tiny brush and black body paint to carve out some details. And then I start detailing this crack around the eye. I start by detailing a little bit of the bottom edge, and then I got overly excited. I skipped ahead to creating the crack on the forehead. To create this kind of crack, start with a thick crack, which would be the origin of the split, and then make some spidery lines that come off of that. And now, let's get back to detailing those edges. Once the details of the edges are done, I'm going to use a brown eyeshadow to go around the edges of the mask to create a shadow that makes the mask look slightly lifted from my face. I'm also throwing some gray shadows around that hole in the mask to make it look dirty and more textured. Once you're happy with the mask, it is time for black hair. I chose this long black wig because it kind of looks like the back of Batman's mask. I like that it's long, and it goes over my shoulders and into my cape. Add some bat ears, and this Batman look is done. On to Superman. For Superman, I wanted to keep the look very clean, very simple, and fairly natural looking. He is like the definition of clean cut, so his look is just that. It is very clean. Again, I'm cruising through my base makeup. I add my foundation and concealer. The main difference between the base makeup of this look and the Batman look is that I'm adding a liquid to matte bronzer and then buffing that out and adding blush. And I'm adding a shimmer highlight to the Cupid's bow area and my cheeks. The Cupid's bow is my favorite spot to highlight because it makes your lips look so pouty and really full. For the brows, again, I'm using a dark gray eyeshadow, but this time I'm overdrawing them quite a bit more. They're still very neat, but just a bit bigger than my natural brows. My eyeshadow for this look is also very easy and pretty versatile if you want to use it for a different look. Starting with medium brown, I cover my whole eyelid. Then I add a light browny beige kind of color to the inner corner and as a brow bone highlight. Finally, pat dark brown on the outer corner. Then use a big fluffy brush to blend those colors. For a subtle Superman touch, I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes with a blue eyeliner, drawing inspiration from Superman's Supersuit. Then I will tightline my upper lash line with a black eyeliner to make my lashes look thicker and to fill in any gaps that I may have missed with the blue liner. After that, I line my waterline with NYX's Wonder Pencil. Anytime you use a light eyeliner along your waterline, it helps open up your eyes and makes your eyes look bigger. It's also a very clean looking eyeliner option, so here we are. Next up is adding mascara to my top and bottom lashes. It went a lot better than last time. And while my mascara is drying, I wanted to pop a little bit of sparkle on the inner corners of my eyes. I used a glitter adhesive on my finger to prep the area, then I just dipped my finger into some pretty coppery light brown glitter and dabbed it onto the glitter adhesive. Just wipe away any excess and you're good. Now just add some natural looking falsies. These are pretty small, especially for me. And I'm really just using them to fill out my real lashes a bit. Individual lashes are also a really good way to fill out your lashes if you're going for a more natural look. Of course, the only way to top off a red and blue Superman look is with some bright red lips. So line and fill in your lips with a red lip liner. Then I'm using my fave liquid to matte red lipstick and topping it off with a shiny red lip gloss. For my wig, I chose this short little black one, mostly because it's short, it's a lace front, and it has a side part, which are all things I have in mind when thinking about Superman's hair. The only thing it's missing is an optional widow's peak, so I used some black body paint to draw one on. Sometimes he has it, sometimes he doesn't, so totally up to you. Now, if you're just looking for a casual Superman look to wear to that same hero-themed party that your bat friend is going to, you can just stop here. Some black framed glasses are a cute Clark Kent style accessory, so add them if you like. So anyone who cares about Superman knows that Kryptonite is the way to disable the Man of Steel. Without giving away too many spoilers, Batman gets his hand on some Kryptonite and is able to use it to cut Superman's face. To create this cut, I'm just using some cream makeup and fake blood. I was actually really excited about the chance to get all messy and gross here, but it turns out that Kryptonite creates like the world's cleanest cut ever. So there's really no need for liquid latex or scar wax or whatever messy products you want to use. Of course you can use those things, but they certainly aren't necessary for this particular cut. I first draw the line in a dark purpley brown as a base, then come back over that same line with a red cream color. Usually you would add some sort of bruising or irritation around a cut like this, but it's Kryptonite, so not this time. After that, dip a tiny little brush into your fake blood and trace along the cut again. Be careful not to get too much blood because you don't want it dripping all over your face, just enough to get the cut looking wet and gooey and fresh. And that's really it. And now, it's Batman v Superman! And there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this Batman v Superman inspired video. I have totally loved making this one especially. If you want to see more of my glam superheroes, click here to check out Iron Man and Captain America. Or if you want to see more from the DC universe, two of my favorite videos ever are Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. So there is plenty more out there to keep you busy. As always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!
You're gonna love me.
You're gonna love me.
You're gonna love me.
You're gonna love me. These people in the city, like,